My name is Grace Baldwin. I'm the director at the Good Shepherd Family Center. I think we found out about the Baby Depot from one of our team members who was looking for some community resources for a family who was in need. And then they approached and said, "Hey, have you heard of this place, the Baby Depot? I think this would be amazing for the families that we serve." And then we were able to reach out and set up a lovely partnership that's been able to support so many families in need in our community. So at the Good Shepherd Family Center, we serve families who are currently experiencing homelessness. So that could look different for every family. A lot of times that's financial struggles, housing loss, family violence. Often it's newcomers to the country. But one thing that most of the families we serve have in common is that they do not have a lot of financial resources. They're struggling just to put together the day-to-day needs, trying to find new housing, search for what's next for their family. And often they've lost a lot of belongings along the way because they had to leave where they were quickly or urgently, and they're left with very little things for their family. So those are the families that we would prioritize and refer to the Baby Depot, those that don't have a lot of resources to purchase items for themselves. The feedback is always so positive. So one, families are elated when they get an appointment time slot and they're really excited about the opportunity to come and shop and look through what's on offer. And then when they come back after their visit, they're so thrilled. And honestly, they're relieved. They're relieved and they have a sense of peace knowing that they have everything that they need to support their babies for the next 2 years. It's such an amazing experience, and it's only been positive rave reviews every time somebody's come back from their appointment. I remember last year there was a particular family who I think I reached out about, and they were new to Canada. They were seeking asylum, so coming to Canada as refugees. And at this time in the year, the federal government was really behind in processing refugee claims. So a lot of families were in the country for months waiting for an appointment, and they had no status in the country. So that meant that they couldn't apply for any programs or income support. And this one particular mother was expecting a baby in a few weeks. And she was very worried about what was going to happen when the baby was born because she didn't know where they were going to be staying, how they were going to pay for the things that they needed. And because they were new to the country, they left with very little items. They each had a suitcase each, maybe if that. And so we were able to refer the family and get them an appointment here. And they were able to get so many things that they needed, clothing. And I think they even got a playpen or a crib, something for the baby to sleep in. And they were honestly so appreciative and so relieved to have all of those things on hand for the baby's arrival. And I think that's really what the Baby Depot does. It fills a gap and fills a need for families who are struggling. Well, I think they're needed more than ever now, the Baby Depot, because of how high the cost of living is and how expensive housing is in our community. Families are struggling each and every day to put food on the table and keep a roof over their families' heads. And I think the stress and the worry and the fear about not having what they need to support their little ones is a huge stressor. And so I can see that there's going to be an even greater demand in the future years for Baby Depot and the supports and services. Well, I think starting a strong foundation, ensuring that infants and children and babies have everything that they need to be successful. So having food and proper clothing, it reduces parental stress, it provides safety, it provides comfort. And I think that's what, we really need more of in our community is supporting the next generation. And again, I think that's what the Baby Depot does.